Hi, welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. We're going to have a look at this Lockwood, if you can see it there, 26B profile. I'm just going to show you what's in these new Lockwood locks. As you can see, it's got the new Lockwood on the top of it, and this is the key, 26B here as well. It's got this new shape head. A lot of these are turning up a lot around, and basically they're a real nightmare to pick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly take it apart. First of all, taking the cam off the back and show you what's inside of it. So when you do come across one and you need to open it and you're finding it very difficult, I'll give you a look at what's inside so you can see exactly why. So you start off with your standard inline cylinder. It's got the 6 chambers on one side, 6 chambers on the other side. It's also got, if you can see it there, 2 chambers at the front, which I'm assuming therefore are hardened stainless rods to be inserted. This one doesn't have it, but they're for stainless rods, so that when you do try and drill it, it's only going to be even harder. So trying to drill this type of cylinder can be quite messy and quite difficult, let alone picking it as well. So you've got your standard pins in there with some master pins as well. That's all quite common. Let's pull that apart. There's our key, so there's our plug. I'll put that over there. Now let's have a look at the actual pins inside. Drop the first one. Okay, so just dropping the first one, and you can see that it's one of these new Lockwood spool pins. It's a bit hard to see there, but if I hold the tweezers that way you might be able to see it. It's a normal pin, but it's actually been milled in here and in here. So catching when you're picking, catching it in the spool is going to be extremely common and also extremely hard to pick. So spool pins, the new Lockwood spool pins, are used in a lot of their new Lockwood 201 cylinders as well, and a lot of the other 570 cylinders. Now they're actually putting them in there restricted as well. So lock picking is just out of the question. Everything else in the cylinder is just basically normal. If you can see it there, sorry about the lighting, it's just basically a cylinder from there on in. The only difference is that it has the spool pins, the Lockwood springs, which tend to be a little bit stronger than normal. The rest of it is in line, so it is pickable, it is possible, but you've really got to have a lot of patience to try it. To drill it, if you are going to drill it, be aware that these two might have the stainless or the reinforced pins in there. It's going to make it quite difficult. So yeah, picking, drilling, it can be a bit of a nightmare. It is just an inline cylinder, but it does give locksmiths a lot of trouble. So that's just having a quick look at the 26B profile from Lockwood. If you have any questions, please email. We don't supply this one. This is not one of our profiles. This is just one we thought we'd have a look at and share what's inside of it. Originally we were expecting something like one of the anti-bump springs, possibly some sort of sidebar mechanism, but unfortunately not. It wasn't in this one. So it is possible to be picked if you're willing to spend the time to bypass the 6 spool pins. Okay, if you have any key blanks for this type of lock that you'd like to share, please email us. We'd like to buy them for testing purposes. Other than that, just an information video on what's inside this lock. Thanks for watching.